Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we're going back into the TikTok war with no tip, no food. Doordash Driver denies delivery with no tip and viral TikTok sparking debate. Yep, this is yet another demonstration of no tip, no trip done wrong. With that said, I want to see what's actually going on, what's actually been said, and how we as Dashers should be handling these situations. Further ado, let's get started. TikTok erupted into heated debate when one user was allegedly told no tip, no food by her Doordash driver. Tipping etiquette on Doordash has become a hot topic on TikTok lately, and the video, which has garnered over 150,000 views, has inspired divisive discourse. In the post, Jordan Gray at Deactivations posted a screenshot of her messages with a Doordash driver. Gray told the Daily Dot she had a personal policy when it comes to tipping. Okay, well, first off, Deactivations, I'm gonna leave her TikTok in the description so that way she gets credit for the incredible TikTok that she made. Now, as far as her personal policy and this Doordash driver, first of all, the Doordash driver shouldn't have accepted the order to begin with if the order did not have a proper tip. That's just a fact. That is the purpose of no tip, no trip. Now, what he did was accept the order and then message Gray. Her personal policy, I would like to hear a little bit more about it, but let's hear what has been said so far. I always make it a point to tip my drivers, but due to past experience, I now tip after. I have been called a beep before. People have yelled at me on the phone, so that's why I really just started tipping with cash or Cash App after I received my food. Tipping with cash, that's like a lot of Dashers don't carry cash, but when they do receive cash tips, they don't have change. So there is a point to be made that you should carry change it with you. Cash App after, how do you send cash through Cash App if you don't have any of the other drivers' contact info? That is so strange to me. Now, that being said, the experiences she had over the phone and whatever, I don't blame you for not wanting to provide a tip to your driver, but with all due respect, I would actually just go as far as saying, just don't use DoorDash, use Uber Eats or use Grubhub, get a higher quality driver. If these are the kind of drivers in your area, maybe it's time to step away from DoorDash. I'm just throwing that out there. The driver allegedly still accepted the order knowing that it had no initial tip, but then messaged Gray saying no tip, no food. Gray replied, "Excuse me," and then recorded her stunned reaction in the video. You should not be messaging your customers things such as this. Like, I get it. If you don't want to accept an order because it doesn't make sense, don't accept the order. Everybody knows this. Like, if you go into the comment section of a lot of my videos that talk about specifically this subject, you will see people that are just like, dude, just don't take the order if there's no tip. It's not that big a deal. Now you see why people are having an issue. TikTok immediately, users have started taking sides on the DoorDash tip fiasco. Some agreed with Gray's policy for tipping after the delivery. Aramza said deciding the tip before the service is performed is so backwards. Maddie Lawson commented, DD needs to put the tips after because there have been so many times where I've tipped good and their service has been horrible and I wish I didn't. Deciding the tip before the service is so backwards. Well, first off, I know that a lot of people make that argument that tips should be after. While I understand that to a point, you're going into a economic system that is not the same thing as a waiter or waitress or a delivery driver that works for a pizzeria. We don't work for the merchants, we work for ourselves. We don't work for DoorDash, we work for ourselves. They actually just updated the policies on like the terms of service for DoorDash so that way it is even more solidified now that we're independent contractors. If you're not gonna make a point to properly pay your driver for delivering the food, then I have no interest in delivering your food. It's just that simple. But in most cases where I see people make this argument, those people who say they'll tip after don't actually tip after. Many users agree that driver could have chosen not to take the order. This is my argument. Y'all better not defend this at all. That lady knew she wasn't getting a tip before and she accepted the order, so she did all that out of spite. She was having a bad day. She wanted to take it out on somebody, and unfortunately you got on the wrong end of a TikTok. It's just really how it is. I don't know why she even took the order if she saw there was no tip. They could have just rejected it and did a different order instead of wasting both y'all's time. Honestly, some people really just don't have anything better to do. They could be putting all of that energy into literally anything else other than taking bad orders, and that would be a better production of time. Others, though, took the DoorDash driver's side, saying there should have been a tip. Okay, well, yes, there should have been a tip. That is 100% true. But at the same time, I don't want people who don't tip on the app to start tipping on the app. I don't want to help customers that don't want to tip. If you start forcing customers to tip, like no matter what, like it's mandatory now they're gonna feel cornered into a situation. Then your customer ratings are gonna start to take a hit because now they're gonna look for every little thing to dock you on. And then you're gonna see more deactivations, more hard times for dashers, and it's just gonna go terrible for everybody. At BarbTroll21 commented, lol, I'm on the driver's side. At Scythe and Sickle added, no FR tip your damn drivers. Yeah, you should tip before. I will say that. If she doesn't want to do that, she has no obligation to do so. We also don't have the obligation to accept her order. Honestly, that's why I tip before. It's easy, and they should get tipped regardless. At Ethereal Moons offered one possible solution. You can change the tip after the food is delivered if the service isn't good. So I always start with the base trip and adjust based on that. Okay, so that is specifically tailored to Uber Eats, not DoorDash. So with Uber Eats, that is what is known as tip baiting. A customer will tip well beforehand and then drop it for whatever reason. That right there is going to get you put on a list of people who end up tip baiting their drivers, and that's just messed up overall. Gray said she's been taken aback by the reactions and has unfortunately received racist messages over her post. First off, race has nothing to do with this. There is no reason to bring racism into anything that is happening here. It's really a damn shame that you can talk about literally anything and suddenly things that are taken into effect are your gender, your race, your sexual orientation, or something that has nothing to do with what's actually happening, and that changes the dynamic of the argument altogether. I posted it because it was a funny moment. I didn't know it would turn to actual discourse, she told the Daily Dot. As far as the original order, she was able to switch her driver using the help feature on DoorDash. A spokesperson for DoorDash confirmed to the Daily Dot that they are looking into the incident. Okay, well, that driver is probably going to get deactivated. Rightfully so, but I don't like it when dashers get deactivated because that's a source of income lost in what is going to be a recessionary period. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. First of all, no tip, no trip is an actual thing, and you should never accept an order if you don't plan on completing it, number one. And number two, if the customer didn't tip, you shouldn't be accepting it anyway. I don't want to corner customers into tipping because that is only going to bring bad customers into the good tip pool. You know what I'm talking about? Why would I want to accept an order from a customer if they are not the type of person I actually want to help? That's going to cause more deactivations and overall just a bad time for everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, her TikTok is going to be in the description if you want to go check it out. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.